Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has congratulated Donald Trump on becoming America's next president. The Prime Minister released a statement this morning which reads, "Canada has no closer friend, partner, and ally than the U.S. We look forward to working very closely with President-elect Trump, his administration, and with the United States Congress in the years ahead, including on issues such as trade, investment, and international peace and security." He goes on to say, "The relationship between our two countries serves as a model for the world. Our shared values, deep cultural ties, and strong integrated economies will continue to provide the basis for advancing our strong and prosperous partnership." CTV's Don Martin is joining us now after a very late night. Don, how do you picture the relationship between Justin Trudeau and Donald Trump playing out?
Well, that statement is probably as good as it's going to get. I mean, really, there's naturally going to be built in a lot of tensions. That trade file, I mean, keep in mind his signature promise is to rip up NAFTA, and he isn't talking about replacing it with anything that looks like an NAFTA. So that's going to be, I can't imagine he won't try and deliver on that. And he has Congress under his control, so it'll happen. Without NAFTA, there's a lot of other irritants coming down, softwood lumber and that sort of thing are issues still up in the air. Marcia, the whole question of whether Donald Trump will do carbon pricing is going to be a bit of an economic friction point in the sense that we're going with carbon taxation. If the U.S. doesn't, a lot of people think that that's going to cause a little bit of economic distress for us in the sense that we'll become somewhat more uncompetitive. So there's a lot of problems ahead. It will take an awful lot of goodwill, I guess, by both sides to make these go away, but I don't think it looks terribly promising at the starting gate. But, you know, Donald Trump's a man of surprises, as we've seen. Maybe he'll come out and sometimes they talk tough, sometimes they talk anti-free trade in campaigns and then deliver something completely different. President Obama did that, so I think a lot of people are hoping that was the Donald Trump way as well.
Well, the Prime Minister and U.S. President Barack Obama, who's still president, had such an easy relationship and such an easy rapport. There were jokes about them having a bromance. What should Canadians be looking for out of our Prime Minister now in dealing with this new president? One who has
Well, we'll get a
such
lot
a
more in about an hour or so, Marcia. The Prime Minister's speaking to a youth rally, and he's going to be making an appearance at a campaign in town later today. So I'm sure he's going to address this in more detail. But he's taken a very cautious approach so far, which turned out to be a pretty smart move by not saying anything negative about Donald Trump during the campaign, no matter how provoked he was. I can only imagine he'll try and walk that fine line again today. This isn't the time to poke the American elephant with a stick here. He's going to probably say hopeful things, but I'm sure the experts are going to tell you by the end of the day, we got problems. Maybe not a bricks and mortar wall, but we might have a trade wall going up.
All right, Don Martin for us from Ottawa. Don, thanks for that.